Hello, my name is Leo and welcome to a new tutorial by Blauw Films. So today we are looking at the recently released Graffiti Scrapbook, the BRIKS Graffiti Scrapbook, which is one of our products or new assets that will help you create these kind of things. We noticed how with a lot of graffiti assets that you see online, you can see that they have been made on, like a Wacom tablet, or that they're not created by someone who is a graffiti artist or is working outside on a wall. So we thought, let's do it ourselves. So all of these tags over here have been custom painted by BRIKS, and we've extracted an alpha from each one of these. The cool thing about that is that you can use these assets in, well, either a 2D software as just Luma masks or in a 3D software on a material, and then you can apply a card to your 3D mesh. And here we have this example scene over here, which is some kind of Dutch alleyway, and we have this shop completely tagged up. Let me quickly go into this process real quick, and then you kind of understand what the Graffiti Scrapbook is for. And if you want it, you can get it over here on the ArtStation store. Link is in the description below. And then these are the example scenes, or the same example scene, but just, you can use these things for quite a few different scenarios. Here inside of Cinema 4D, I have two methods of applying these textures. I will be doing a separate tutorial on how to use these as masks inside of Substance Painter, so be sure to hit that subscribe button if you want to see that. The easiest method is the method up top. You just create a card with the size dimensions that you would like that match the pixels, for example, of the image that you're applying. And then you create a texture. Let's just see which texture that is. So you apply a texture over here, which in this case is a luminance texture, but in this case over here would be just a diffuse color with the corresponding alpha inside of the opacity channel. And then, you just let through the graffiti tag, and you can do anything else with the other slots, right? So you can apply a concrete material underneath the diffuse channel and the reflection channel and the displacement and normal. You could make this a layered material. You could even make this a holographic sticker and then end up with a clear film on top of everything. In this case, I've just positioned them at the same Z coordinates as the other surface that it's on. And then you're kind of just positioning them as if they are a sticker. But then the second method is even more simple, I guess, even though it becomes a little bit cluttered in your viewport. You can create a camera inside of the position you want the texture to be projected from. You apply the texture and then you go to projection, set that to camera mapping, and now you can drag the camera that you have, any of these cameras that I've positioned pointing at the object. You drag that camera inside of the camera slot, and what that would do is if we were to fly to any of these cameras, it just went whee, move out, come here, turn, and then zoom in, then okay, cool. That's a nice area. So I did that, and then I created a new camera from that point of view. As you can see here in the interactive renderer, just imagine the outside borders of the shot being the picture that you have imported in your alpha. So we have HCK on the image over here. So if we find that down here, here you go. Yeah, there you go. You can see how the outline of where our camera borders meet the edge of frame, that cut out of the aspect ratio of the image that you got. So right now we have a 16:9 composition, and our shot over here is a bit taller, a bit closer to 4:3, which is why we can see it being cut off right there at the bottom and a little bit on the sides. But except for that, it's quite easy to do projection mapping when you think about it that way. Just imagine you have a bit of a black border, and the rest is just your alpha inside of it. And if I quickly open the asset pack itself, you'll kind of see what's in there. You basically have a whole bunch of these graffiti assets. You have a albedo channel, which just has a little bit of information of the rock surface, the concrete surface. You can just overlay this on top of the diffuse channel you have or on top of the color you're using, and then just multiply it or screen it and get a little bit more of this detail back onto your backplate. And then each of these has its corresponding alpha. Also, we tried to make sure that the subtle splashing from the spray cans is kept in some reasonable degree of grayscale, so it is quite usable. And I feel like this is one of the key factors to make sure that you can clearly see how the brush stroke has been set. You know, obviously the smaller, the closer we are to the wall, and then as it's pushed out over here, we start getting a bit more scattering of the paint, and then a thicker dot down here, you know. So these are the kind of details that are usually missing in most graffiti decals pack, but you know, this is the real thing. And that's about it. So again, here it is, the BRIKS Graffiti Scrapbook on ArtStation. Currently only available on the ArtStation store. I'm still figuring out what I'll do if we will have some kind of dedicated storefront on the Blauw Films website, or you know what's gonna be, but for now, ArtStation store, BRIKS Graffiti Scrapbook. On the YouTube channel, we recently released a music video for Cesar Ivan Tiempo, so have a look over here. There's some, we're using some cell shading inside of Cinema 4D and Corona Renderer. And there's some nice new tutorials recently dropped. We're getting Eric back on to do a new lighting mastery series. And Gabby is coming on soon, so that should be fun. So hit that subscribe button for that. On ArtStation, come here and be sure to follow me to check out all the updates that are happening on the projects that we're doing. And I was actually thinking, is there any one of you that uses Behance? I personally have Behance, but I never really upload anything to it. So if you say yes, then I might start posting some stuff here. I don't really know how this platform should be navigated, but I do enjoy the appreciation tab over here. I do tend to like some stuff that I like, and it's just here. I guess it's kind of like Pinterest. So yeah, it's there, you know. We'll see what the social media will be that we'll be using. Cheers, have a good day. Bye bye.